Welcome to the channel. My name is Othello Bonacci and I'm a director, DP, and photographer based in the DMV. And today we're building out the Tilta Cage for the GFX 102. I am an avid GFX 102 user. I use it for stills mostly. I use my GFX for mostly stills, but I recently upgraded my 100S to this 102. So I wanted to create sort of a hybrid workflow for it. So the goal is to build out the cage and be able to use the cage for both photo and video. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get right into this. So, yeah, for those of you who watched my other build, I'm hoping this will not take as long. Yeah, so this is number what? I think this will be video 99. Try to speed this one up, you know. So I do come from that. Ooh, okay, Tilta. So we have bottom plate with Arca Swiss. We have the cage, and we have the piece for the battery grip. And then we have this box. So I do also have two of these. So I am fortunate enough to already know how this works, which is a blessing. First, I have to take these off. These are from Peak Design. They're freaking amazing. I'll put these back on at the end. Most of my straps now use Peak Design, anchors. What's interesting about this cage also, they have these little pieces here that sort of tighten up the camera and locks it in from that part. That's why I can't, that's why I can't sort of put it in there. So this goes here. Yeah, so for like the Tilta rigs, if you haven't watched my last video, then I'll explain it again here. So with Tilta rigs, they kind of try to make it as easy as possible for you to get your rig together. And they usually have tools like they do here to get everything else situated. So this one is really interesting too because the way it locks is kind of cool. So I tend to use Arca Swiss plates on my cameras in general. This is kind of crooked. But what's cool about this one is that it sort of locks itself inside. I'll just lay this one flat. And I could be doing this wrong. I just like building these things out. These extra screws are for the piece that is the not the side plate, for the battery grip, for the battery grip joint. I do like that this also like fits above the piece here, which eventually I'll probably swap out and use with the with the tilted grip. What I do like about these type of rigs, similar to the Black Magic rig, is that because they have this like little indentation with the handle, you don't really need hold up, something's wrong. Was that not supposed to be there? Oh, yeah. You don't really need a, what's the thing called? You don't really need like an extra side plate. You can just kind of rock with the one. This grip is like thick enough to make it happen, you know? So I think the first time I put this together on my other GFX, it was kind of weird because I was like, this is all the support you get? Like there's no extra pieces? But I think Tilta did a lot of this stuff for a reason, so I'm like, hey Tilta, do your thing. Do your thing. This is what I was talking about earlier. These locks, they just kind of lock. They lock this in place here with the lug for the strap lug, or whatever you want to call it. And that's the main reason why I had to take off my pieces from Peak Design, but it has spaces on the rig that are dedicated towards it, which is super clutch. So instead of me using it here, I would just pass it through on this side. And now I would do the opposite. So I would just pass it through. And now I have a lug. Switch it. Do the same thing on this side. And here. So the rig is like pretty simple to build, which is dope. I lost my train of thought. It's all good. It's super dope to build, but what I do appreciate about it is that it has a bunch of like mounting points and places to put cold shoe things and mounting points up here. This is where the handle goes. This is one of those more simple rigs, so it's not a crazy amount of things that's needed. This is pretty, pretty straightforward. You got your top handle, you got your camera, you got your top handle, you got your camera, and boom, that's the main part. Next, we have the 15mm rods. So we take the rods, this beautifully slides right through. Boom. Now I'm torn between like actually needing all this stuff and just like rocking out with the camera as is, like just like a camera lens. But if I was in a situation where I may have been using a cine lens, then I would probably switch it up a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. So we got this. We got this. And then I would probably just want to have enough space to sort of pull the screen out. So I'd move it up until that point. That way there's like just enough space to go up and down, but it's also making the rig a little bit smaller. Then lens-wise, got the old 55, which is roughly like a 55 is like a 40-ish. Yeah, it's like a 40, 35-ish, depending on what camera. I know for like actual 645, a 55 is like a, I don't know. I might be getting my I might be getting my things wrong. So let me not speak too fast. But anyway, it's wider than what we think a 50 is on full frame. And because this has so many crop factors, so many crop modes, you know, it can be a plethora of things. So I would go there, and then I would go here, which is the small HD. If you didn't watch my other video, I subscribe to, if I can find the actual cloth. There we go. I subscribe to Cine Small HD Cine, just because it just makes sense. It just makes sense. So I would come here, and then just so I could use these with some of the other filters and things. Sorry, it looks a little bit crazy here, but bear with me. All these things are gonna leave. Let's clean this up. Oh, I also forgot to put two things on. This, I forgot to put this one on, which is the other joint. This one always gives me problems. Like, this might be half the video right here, just trying to figure out how to get this one through. Oh, hold on. What? Oh yeah. Never mind. Huh. Never mind. Never mind. Cool. All right, so now HDMI. We're gonna go HDMI in, and then HDMI in. And then we'll just do one of these. And then we'll just find a spot for it, maybe here. I don't think this is the best spot for it, but it keeps it out the way. So yeah, so what am I missing? HDMI, power. All right, so USB-C. I'll do USB-C to USB-C. I don't think this is the way I would ideally want to do it, because I feel like I'd either get a shorter cable, because if you can see how that sticks out, it's not necessarily safe. So I would probably get like a right angle and like run it to the bottom We have our GFX 102 Tilta rig with the Tilta Cage, NITC plate, camera. The USB-C is not working, but I would usually have a D-tap to USB-C attached here. V&D when I need it. And yeah, this is a rig. So thank you all for taking the time to kick it, check it out. Let me know your thoughts. This is a beautifully small rig. I can, no pun intended, I can use this for a lot of different things. So yeah, what kind of rigs are you guys working with? What type of cages are you guys using? Let me know your thoughts. Again, like, share, subscribe. I'm at 99. I'm hoping to get one more out. So yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.